Well, g'day and welcome back to episode 7 of our Tassie adventures. This episode is all about the Tasman Peninsula, and boy oh boy did we love that spot. It would have to be our favourite place so far in Tassie. That's a big call. We did some amazing hikes down there. It was just wonderful. If you're heading down to the Tasman Peninsula, give yourself plenty of time because you're going to need a lot of time to see what's on offer down there. It's a stunning spot. This is another epic episode, unfortunately, so you're going to have to go and grab yourself a beer or a glass of wine and a big bowl of peanuts. Sit back and I hope you enjoy our look at the Tasman Peninsula. This morning we are at South Arm, which is just the peninsula just east of Hobart, and we're in a little town called Waterfall Bay. And we're just going for a walk up around the peninsula, and it is a magic day. A cracker of a day. There's not a cloud in the sky, there's hardly any breeze. It's just absolutely gorgeous. A lot of smoke haze. Obviously they burn a lot of firewood over here in Tassie, so there's a fair bit of smoke haze. But it's a beautiful day for a walk. So we've got a couple of walks that we're going to do today. They're pretty easy walks, most of them on flat terrain. But just something to stretch the legs, and we'll save the real ball busters for when we get to the Tasman Peninsula around Port Arthur, because there's some great walks over there by the looks of things. Anyway, it's a lovely morning for a walk this morning. Really interesting bit of land this. I'm just wondering whether it's previously been a golf course or something. So they obviously mow this grass in the middle here, and you can maybe be able to see it as it disappears up over to the right. It just looks like a fairway. You right there?
I just need tissue.
I felt like I was being mugged.
Smoky air is killing me.
So that's the view back to Waterfall Bay. What a cracker of a day. It's just stunning. Looks like it's the only big tree left on this peninsula. Sadly, it's seen its day. Well, that was a lovely walk up around the peninsula this morning. It was really pretty. Great walk. And then we've just had a great coffee at South Arm Coffee Shop. I don't think it's called the South Arm Coffee Shop, but there's only one coffee shop in South Arm, so I don't think you'll miss it. It's right next to the general store.
And the hairdressers.
And the hairdressers and the post office. In fact, it's all the same building. So we're just going to go down and have a look at West Beach. While it's so nice, we're just going to poke down, have a quick look, see what West Beach looks like.
Hope Beach.
Hope Beach?
Hope Beach.
Can't hear the surf. Sorry. So we sneak through the bush. Oh, a beautiful wave out here. Look at this. Holy moly. Here we go. West Beach or Hope Beach. I'll put a caption in that tells you what it actually is. But it is just stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Such a magic day.
Oh, it's just such a great day. Beautiful swell rolling in. Glorious day, although after my little swim the other day the water is quite chilly, but put a wetty on, you'll be good. So this is where we're staying here at South Arm, at the South Arm RSL and Community Club. And it's a great little spot. So that's where we're parked, just over there. There's also, right down the back, there's room down there for probably 8 or 10 caravans. And they've got a beautiful little memorial park here as well, which is worth having a wander through. It's really good actually, the way they've done this. It's beautiful. But this is really good little spot. And so it's $10 a night, and they give you access to the showers and toilets that are part of the golf club facility. Oh, that's the other thing, there's a golf club right at the back there, beautiful golf club. And since we've been here, I haven't seen anyone playing on it. So so you'd have no trouble getting a round of golf in there. And it's a really nice little golf club. But they give you access to the showers and toilets, so you can use those, which are great. They're beautifully clean, absolutely beautiful. So all up, this is a great little spot for $10. The only thing it doesn't have is power and water, but I'm sure most people can get by a few days without that. Okay, well, we're packing up and we're heading to the Tasman Peninsula for a few days. Ready to go? Rightio, we're down on the Tasman Peninsula doing the first of what will probably be a few walks that we'll do while we're down here. And this one is the walk to Shipstern Bluff and Tunnel Cave. So it's about a 4 to 5 hour return walk, this one. So we're starting it a little bit late, 1 o'clock, but even at 5 hours we should be back before the sun's gone. Puffing already, the first half of the walk, pretty well straight up a significant hill. Anyway, we'll keep pushing up. It's meant to be quite a stunning walk, this one. Heaps of birds, so many more birds here on the east coast compared to the west coast. It's amazing. Rightio. Love this dappled light through the eucalypt forest. Just looks stunning. Looks like something out of Game of Thrones. Isn't it cool? Really cool. Oh, you can see the trees from here. These bushes covered in these beautiful red, I think they're actually flowers. I don't think they're berries.
Oh,
they're spiky, by the way. But we've seen the odd one here and there, but on this walk they're everywhere. Looking up through the bushes there, you might be able to spot them, but heaps of them. They're really pretty. So this is the Shipstern lookout. Wow, it is quite spectacular.
absolutely.
How cool is that? Quite an amazing, calm day here in the Great Southern Ocean. Look at that, it's just beautiful. Look at the size of that cave over there.
Is this the place where the surf break is?
Yeah, apparently so. Oof, just a little premature on the lookout notification, but this is the lookout just here. Same view, just down the path a bit. Okay, so we're so I said 2.5 kilometres that we've travelled, and it's taken us just under an hour, 50 minutes, and we're going to try and get down to Tunnel Cave if we can. See how we go with that. We're at the T intersection. We might, since we're running out of time a little bit, might just pass on the Shipstern Bluff and get to Tunnel Bay.
Yep.
Sound good to you? Okay, 20 minutes. Tunnel Bay. You can see just over on the right hand side the tunnel through the rocks just there, which is how it gets its name, obviously. So we'll just work our way down. So there it is, Tunnel Bay. So cool. Two things here. Look at the beautiful colours in this lichen. Look at the size of this ant. He's a monster. Okay, we just need to find the path that leads us out. Have a look how beautiful it is with the sunlight streaming in through the trees. Just glorious. I'll try and stop panting while I'm filming this bit. How beautiful is it? Just stunning. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. It's about 400 metres but it's bloody steep.
Tippy toes all the way.
It is, climbing on your toes. Can't have far to go. Whew, it's a workout.
Oh, I don't know if I can under.
Further, 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 further. Still hooked up. You got the little backpack.
Hey?
And said, and you've got the little backpack. I'm just going to lie down and crawl on my belly and get under this. Can you catch?
Good catch.
Use my old man stick to get up. We're out of the bush, into the countryside. It's only another 100 metres to the road and then a couple of 100 metres up the road to the car park. What a beautiful afternoon. How'd you go? Clock up the 10? Rightio, we're back at the car. Yahoo, buckaroo. 10 kilometres, so 10.05 took us 3 hours and 7 minutes. It was a great walk, really good walk, even though the last bit there was some pretty steep, long steep climbs up out of the valley, but it was spectacular. The scenery was amazing, so worth every step of it. It was a beautiful walk. So tomorrow we will start by doing the first couple of kilometres of this one all over again, and then out to Cape Raoul.
Oh, okay.
So that should be good. Rightio, time to get home and put the kettle on. Or is it 6? Might have time to sneak a cuppa in. Away. Take them with us. Rightio, today. And today we're doing the Cape Raoul hike, which is about 16 kilometres. They say about 5 hours return. So we just got to get up this first little steep bit, and then apparently it's quite level for quite a way with a bit of a drop right at the very end. So see how we go. This is the Cape Raoul lookout, so about 2.5k into the hike. It's taken us about 35 minutes to get this far, and it is another stunning day out on the Great Southern Ocean. Yeah. That's where we were yesterday, down there at Shipstern Bluff. Quite an amazing coastline, isn't it? It's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's a very long way down.
So craggy.
Amazing. I'm going to have to do some Googling on what these trees are with the red berries or flowers. I'm still convinced they're not berries, they're flowers. But have a look how many. So we've got some, I'll show you different colours. So we've got really red ones here, and then over here they're a little bit pinker. They're just everywhere along here. Look at this, these are really dark red. Just stunning. Here's a cracker, look at this one. Absolutely beautiful. B-E-A beautiful. Oh, where's Lise gone? She's left me. She's well ahead. Oh, now we've got the steps to get down. It's been a pretty sort of couple of kilometre and a bit, maybe a couple of kilometres of a steady downhill path, which we're going to have to go uphill on the way back. And somebody said there's a couple of 100 steps to go down at the very end of this, and it looks like we're at the steps. But they're not bad steps actually. Okay, another great view back along the cliffs. Let's have a look down at the rocks down in front of us there. How cold does that water look? Freezing. Just beautiful. on the good old boardwalks again. It's nice to see them, that's for sure. It's just amazing how the vegetation changes, and it changes within, you know, like half a dozen steps. So we've just come out of some quite tall stuff, Banksia, tea trees, all that sort of stuff, and all of a sudden there's not a high tree anywhere. It's incredible. But what we do have are these amazing cliffs up in front of us. Just beautiful. Oh, how spectacular is that? Holy moly. That is
pretty cool.
That is just amazing.
How cool is that?
Wow, oh wow, that is just beautiful. Awesome cliffs. How stunning are these cliffs? You can just see over in the distance over there, the other lookout. That is just beautiful. We're about halfway up the mountain.
12 k's.
12k into it.
Doesn't get any easier.
We're just enjoying the wind in our face as it comes up the cliffs. Beautiful to cool down a little bit. We just had a guy run it past us who's running it. We might do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whew, that's where we were, right out there. That's one hell of a climb. Oh dear. So what are we? We're 14.5 kilometres down and another just over 1.5 to go.
No, 16.
Yeah, with our side tracks.
2 kilometres to here.
It's another. Anywho, a little bit, and it's mostly downhill. 4 hours to here. Okay, we're gonna have some lunch. The homeward final run. Car park just over there. So
16.3.
16.3. How long has it taken us?
Oh, I don't know.
I can answer that. 4 hours and 40 minutes.
That was a lot of sitting around, though.
Yeah, we probably had 45 minutes of sitting around, so there's probably 4 hours of steady walking there. So, is it worth it?
Yes.
Oh, stunning.
100%.
Absolutely stunning. It was, the cliffs at the end are just mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. I got the feeling you're better off to do it a little, like start late in the morning, because the sun gets up a bit and illuminates the cliffs. If you're up there too early, they're probably all still in shadow. But, oh, sensational walk, absolutely sensational walk. So, we're heading back to the Caravan
For a coffee.
We're going to have a coffee. And I think we might have a lay day tomorrow. So, I was at 16, almost 17 kilometres today, 10 kilometres yesterday, so 27. Over the 2 days, that'll do us. We'll give our legs a break. Cut through here.
Port Arthur.
Yeah, we might do Port Arthur tomorrow. And just have a nice leisurely walk around at Port Arthur. That sounds like just the go. Rightio, here we go. Back at the cars. Yahoo! Today we are at a place called Coal Mines, which is a convict settlement that started 3 years after Port Arthur. And it's meant to be very similar to Port Arthur, but with 1/100th of the number of people.
Over 600 convicts were housed here.
So it was started here because they discovered coal here, and they had a coal mine going here, hence the name coal mines. And convicts that were repeat offenders were often sent up here to mine coal. So we'll have a wander around.
Tiniest little cells.
This is the cells where they were kept. Far out, they'd be 1 metre wide by 3 metres deep, maybe. Just have a look at the weather today. 20 degrees today. Ocean is dead flat calm. It's not the ocean, it's a bay of some sort. It's a stunning day. I think being here on such a beautiful day takes away from the grim history that this place must have had. It certainly wouldn't have been a pleasant place during the middle of winter.
Stunning today.
Oh, just glorious. So we're just walking up to the signal station. Don't know about you, Lise, but my legs aren't enjoying it.
You should have realised signal station needs to be high.
It had to be. This is Communication Hill. This is where the signal station was built. It's not here now. But it was very clever. They had a series of signal stations all the way from Port Arthur all the way up to Hobart. And using telescopes, they could see the signal station to the south and to the north of them. And they were able to transmit signals via semaphore using flags and other bits and pieces. Very clever. We're just going to have some lunch and a cup of coffee. And this little area is called Lime Bay, L-I-M-E, Lime Bay Campground. Have a look at this. I'll just show you down here. How good is that? That is just stunning. Just absolutely beautiful today. But this is a really nice little camping area. It's lovely and grassy. It's flat level sites might be a bit of a problem. It's a little bit undulating, but there's probably 10 caravans here that managed to find themselves a spot. But it is just glorious, absolutely glorious. Let's look around. It is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's about, what would it be? 6 kilometres down a dirt road, 8 kilometres down a dirt road, but the road was fine. There are some comments on Wiki saying the road is awful, but that's not an awful road. It's a little tiny bit corrugated and a little tiny bit stony, but I've seen a lot worse than that. Dunnies here, sure. There's no showers or water, I don't think. I'll go and have a look at the sign. So just drop Dunnies. So here's the Dunnies at Lime Bay, and I was wrong about the water. They do have water available, so you can come here and fill up a jerry can or whatever, but it's non-potable water, so you do have to boil it. This is us, just in the shade, boiling the billy, and we're going to sit out there on the grass in the sunshine and have some lunch. Here's the chef. So that's it, Lime Bay Campground. It's a cracker of a spot. So that was coal mines, and we were led astray just a little bit there. It's not really as good as Port Arthur. Port Arthur certainly has a lot more to offer than that does, but we just couldn't get over the crowds. There was thousands of people there, and that's just not for us. So coal mines was still really interesting. It was a really nice little spot, and there was no one there. So the next place we went to, we thought we'd do another small hike before we tackled the really big hike of Cape Hauy, I think it is. So we thought we'd do a little hike up to Mount Brown, which is down near Remarkable Cave. Unfortunately, Remarkable Cave was closed, but the hike to Mount Brown was really good. We really enjoyed it. It was only about 8 kilometres for the round trip. Relatively easy, just the last sort of kilometre and a half up the hill was strenuous, but not that bad at all. It was pretty good, actually. It was just a really nice walk, just to warm our legs back up again before we tackled the final big cape on the Tasman Peninsula, and we really enjoyed it. So here's a quick look at Mount Brown. Okay, today we are going to do Mount Brown, 3 hours return. We might even double down to Crescent Bay, see how we go, if it's nice. So we've got a bit of an overcast day today after our run of magnificent days, but the wind is offshore, so it's quite nice. Beautiful bay. We just went down to go to Remarkable Cave, but it's closed, unfortunately. And over in the distance over there is Cape Raoul. It's a really magnificent looking cape. Anyway, we'll start our hike to Mount Brown. What's Becky? Just saying, there's lots of caves in that cliff face just there. Heaps of them. One of them's remarkable anyway, but you can't see that one. So that's Crescent Bay just down there. Unfortunately, it's not swimming weather today. Otherwise, Lise would have been in there without a doubt.
You betcha.
So we'll give that a miss. Looks beautiful, eh? And we'll just go up this hill, Mount Brown. 30 minutes the same to the summit. Well, it started off easy, but the walk up the hill, oh, I get my breath. Walk up the hill's a bit of a toughie. Yeah, tired legs. I'm glad we had a lay day yesterday. Anyway, keep going up. It's another false summit. Someone's built a can, not quite at the top. Top's up here a little bit further, another 100 metres. This is the summit of Mount Brown. Put a rock on the pile. The view is quite stunning. Have a look at those cliffs over there, wow. I think that's, what's the cape that we can't get to? Pinnacle Pillar Cape? I think that one's Pillar Cape. So you can't actually get, well you can, but it's about a 24-kilometre hike apparently. So that's a big day. I don't think we're going to tackle that one. If you're doing the Three Capes walk, there's some, there's a huts or something like that that you can stay in halfway. So you overnight somewhere out here on the Cape somewhere, which would be really cool. And really expensive. What was it? $2,500 or something?
Self-guided, 2,040 or something.
But you get to stay in the huts.
Yeah.
Luxury.
And you're self-guided, like you haven't got tour guide.
Do they supply food?
No.
Nothing. So what do you get?
Some you did get meals.
Yeah? Okay. Well, that is, like, this Tasman Peninsula is breathtakingly beautiful. There's no doubt about it. It is absolutely stunning. Everywhere you look, there's magnificent vistas. Unfortunately, today is not a great day for it. It's been a little bit cloudy and a little bit hazy, but it's still magnificent. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay.
So that's 4K up.
4K. There we go. Rightio. Have a quick drink and... It's a shame it's not a nice day. It would have been great to go and have a swim down in Crescent Bay. But I've been in the water already out at White Beach, and I can tell you from first-hand experience, it is bloody freezing. Snaking your way down the last little bit of the climb. It's always the most dangerous bit. You start to relax. Ta-da. We're down. Yeehaw. So we're staying at the White Beach Caravan Park on the Tasman Peninsula, which is over on the eastern side, looking back towards Hobart, I suppose. And it's been a stunner of a day, another one. We've been so lucky. But the sun is just going down. Tomorrow is Anzac Day, but unfortunately there's no service being held somewhere near here. Would have been nice to go to a service, but anyway. But how's this for a cracker of a sunset? Just beautiful. Today's walk is Cape Hauy. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's about 10 kilometres return. Yeah, 4.4 one way, so 8.8, about 9k. 4 hours. 4 hours return. But the good news is there's 2,500 steps each way, so a total of about 5,000 steps. But half of them are up and half of them are down, so. So it's going to be a big stepping day today, and it's quite a windy day today actually. The wind is really quite strong. It's going to be blowing all day today, so that'll make it cool anyway. She's not happy today for some reason, don't know why. She's got a sore arm, and when she trips her arm hurts. It's quite bizarre. Okay, lead the way. Steppy. There it is, the first step. 4,999 to go. This is a monument to the Three Capes track. It's pretty cool how they've done that, isn't it? It's really good. Well, we won't be doing all three because Pillar Cape is inaccessible unless you're a registered Three Capes track walker, apparently. Anyway, 2 out of 3 is all right. We've done a few others to make up. So we're at the start of the descent part of the track now. Down to the Cape. But bearing in mind, every one we go down, we've got to come back up again. Quite a vista.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, it's quite a group trekking through there. We've come across quite a few that are obviously on the tail end of their Three Capes walk, looking weary and tired. Here's the stairs that we're talking about. They're good stairs though. They're very evenly spaced, very evenly, what's the word for it? The rise is very even, so you're not sort of guessing how far the drop is on each one of them. They've done a fantastic job. That is really beautiful. This Tasman Peninsula, there's no doubt the scenery is amazing. Everywhere you look, it's incredible. So I mentioned before about doing a little bit of training before you come to Tassie. This is a classic example of it. This is a lot of stairs. By the time you get to the end, just on 5,000 stairs. But if you hadn't done any training or you're not physically fit, you're really going to struggle with a lot of these walks. So if you're planning on coming out and you want to do a few hikes, get a backpack, put 5 litres of water in it and do a bit of training. You'll be glad you did. And just when you think you're at the top and it's all over, it's not. We've got to go to that one over there. I thought that was an island. I was hoping that was an island.
464. I thought it was only 4.4.
Well, yeah, it said 4.4, but they lied. All trails are saying 10 kilometres, so, or 10 plus a little bit. So, rightio, not far to go. So the young girl just warned us that there's a ssnake on the track, or slithered off the track just up here. That's a pretty specky view, that. Look at that. Beautiful views, but it is howling up here at the moment. The wind is so strong, it'll blow you over. There's a little lookout a little bit further around the corner, so we're going to get to the lookout.
Marlin coloured water.
Marlin coloured water, yeah. There'd be wahoo in that water. Have a look, I'm not sure you can see this. Have a look how far down it is. So as if this walk wasn't challenging enough, have a look at the weather behind us. The rains are coming. So it looks like we've got to go back in the rain. Thank goodness for these, what are they called? Rain jackets anyway. They're from Anaconda. Cape, I think they are, Cape brand. And we've got them big enough so that they actually go over your backpacks as well. Keep them dry. Okay. Lovely day for a hike. That rain is well and truly settled in.
We've got a long way to go.
What was it out there? 5:10. So we've still got 3k, 3 kilometres to go. We're back at the misleading sign. 4.4 kilometres one way. Definitely not. It's what are we? We're at 10.6 kilometres here, so that's 5.3 one way. So they're almost a kilometre out, 2 kilometres on the return trip, so that's not real good. That's it, we're back. So 10.6 kilometres, 3.5 hours. And we had a good probably 20 minutes up the top there, so that's pretty good. 3 hours worth of walking, half an hour worth of dawdling. But it's quite grueling. It's quite grueling. It was 2,563 steps each way. And you feel every one of them. But what a great walk. The views at the end are stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
It was really worthwhile, really good walk. So now we're just going to have some lunch. And a cup of tea. Always welcome at the end of a long hike, a frothy coffee. Moccona. Which one do we like the best? The Moccona ones?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can never tell. We keep trying to figure out which one we enjoy more. Moccona or Nescafe, but they're both pretty good. They're the strong cappuccino ones. Oh yeah, we do the dirty coffee. So we put a teaspoon of instant coffee in with it just to give it a bit of an extra kick. Rightio, cup of time. Just saying, should hear the two of us moaning, groaning, grunting.
I'm going to just drop my phone.
We shouldn't have parked on a hill. It's not that steep, but...
Feels it steep.
Oh dear, we're knackered. So that was another wonderful walk, absolutely great walk. It's don't let the steps put you off, because when it's all done and dusted, they're really not that hard.
There's just a lot of them.
There is a lot of them. So
so if you got weak knees,
dodgy
weak
hip,
ankles,
dodgy knees,
hips,
whatever,
take your time.
Yep, and take a couple of Nurophens before you start. No, it's a great walk. It's yeah, but as I was saying before, you need to do a little bit of training before you come to Tassie, because it would be a real shame to miss out on some of these walks just because you're not quite up to it. Yeah, if you're a walker. So if you're thinking of coming over, do a little bit of training before you come, and you will thank yourself for it without a doubt. Okay, I'm knackered. Might have a lazy afternoon this afternoon, I think. I'll tell you what I've got to do is wash the car. It's filthy dirty.
Well, it's just going to get dirtier.
No, it shouldn't. I think this is the last of our dirt roads for the moment. till the day after tomorrow. It's got a week worth of muddy tracks on it from the peninsula. A lot of these roads, the access to the walks and things are on dirt roads, but the dirt roads in general are in really good condition. The one coming out here to Fortescue Bay is probably the worst of them, and it's just potholes. It's not corrugated at all. There's just a lot of potholes, so you just got to keep your speed down so you can dodge and weave and duck and dive around the potholes. So but yeah, most of the roads are dirt roads, so be prepared to get your rig dirty. Alrighty-o, let's go. It's a recovery day today. Our legs are a little bit weary after yesterday's big hike out to Cape Hauy. So we're just going to do a walk out to the Tessellated Pavement. And Tassie has turned the weather on again. It is another stunning day. Absolutely stunning. Okay, 10-minute walk. 10-minute walk. That's a long walk, 10 minutes.
Nice stretch.
It's a nice stretch. Beautiful day. Nice and chilly this morning again. It's only 11 degrees at the moment. But as we've said many times, as soon as you stand in the sun, it's just beautiful and warm. Oh, have a look how gorgeous it is out there. Might even be tempted for another swim if when we get back to White Beach. Even though the water is very chilly there, but see how we go. What a stunning day. Look how clear the water is. It's just beautiful. Nice little break on the beach. So we're in Eagle Hawk Neck at the moment. We just want to do, there's half a dozen things to see here. So we're just going to spend the morning around here today. This will probably be our last day on the Tasman Peninsula. And a cracker of a day it is. So this is it, Tessellated Pavement. It is gorgeous.
Got enough photos yet?
Take a photo of Low Holes car park, and we read on Wiki or somewhere about the fish and chip shop at the car park. So that's it just there. And by all accounts, they make great fish and chips. So I might do some work on Lisa and see if we can convince her to have fish and chips for lunch today, because that'd be pretty good. Rightio, let's go and have a look at the blowholes. Blowholes, toilet and jetty. It's a bit funny. Waterfall Bay lookout. So these are some of the fossils that you can see down here. Oh no, it's not. That's the menu for the fish and chip shop. Might be. Or you can get down there and have a look at it. Well, that's fairly unimpressive if this is it.
Okay.
We're going to have a look. Don't get disappointed just yet. Quite underwhelming. It's more like just a hole than a blowhole. So this is the Tasman Arch. So there's a few things here: Tasman Arch, Devil's Kitchen and Waterfall Bay. So we think we'll do all three of them. But this Tasman Arch,
it's a beauty.
That's a cracker of an arch, that one. Cracker of an arch. There, I'll just rephrase that. That's a really good looking arch.
It's a cracker.
So this is Devil's Kitchen, but unfortunately can't see anything. So what it is there's a couple of big holes in the rocks down there and a bit where the water comes in. That's a bit disappointing. Even if they just trimmed the grass back so you can see it, it'd be alright. They need to put one of those platforms that extends out and over. That'd be the way to go. I'll have a word to someone. Okay, well that's a bit underwhelming. That's right, we're not being cynical at all. So here's another look out that has a magnificent view of some bushes and the tops of some cliffs. And I know it's a national park and they hate cutting things down in national parks, but they spend a lot of money putting in these platforms, these viewing platforms, so perhaps a little bit of pruning would not go astray.
Okay, keep going.
Get a great view of the fence though. And so there we go. So actually one of the 3 lookouts you can actually see the water, but when you're here now you can't see the caves.
Just got to take a little bit of...
That's it. We're wondering why they call it Devil's Kitchen. Said to Lisa, maybe it's where they threw the convicts off the cliff that were misbehaving. Not sure.
I thought it was where the devils went to make their dinner.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think I'd award mine a little bit more credibility than yours, but still, it was worth an effort. It was a nice effort, at least. Nice effort. Okay, Waterfall Bay. That's probably it here, is it? Just one of the lookouts, and just looking down, there's a group of kayakers down there. I don't know whether they camped the night down there. No, it's a bit late for that, isn't it? But that would be truly spectacular to kayak along these cliff faces. I'll get a photo so you can see. We're just doing the walk from the car park for Tasman Arch out to Waterfall Bay, I think it is. It's about 2k one way, so 4k return. Takes about an hour and a little bit to get there and back. But this is definitely worthwhile doing. So it's a nice easy walk, path is good. There's some really good lookouts out across the cliff face here. So I'll have to wind back my criticism just a little bit. But if you're going to do Tasman Arch, do the walk to Waterfall Bay. It's a really lovely walk. Great views in under the trees. Certainly worth doing. Waterfall Bay. You can just see the waterfall in the distance over there.
Oh, this gorgeous little bay though.
Oh, it's just stunning. Have I mentioned how beautiful the coastline is here?
No,
A few craypots along the cliffs there as well.
it's definitely making us miss Exmouth though.
Yeah.
Get in a boat and go out for a fish.
This indigo blue water. It's perfect wahoo coloured water. Although I think it's a little bit
30 degrees too cold.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly for wahoo where we are here. That's another stunning bay. How gorgeous is that? And another cave down there. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. The other thing worth knowing is you can actually drive up to Waterfall Bay. So there's a road that leads you all the way up here. The car park's only 20 metres away. But as I said before, do the walk. Go to Tasman Arch and then do the walk because it is a lovely walk. Okay, I think I can hear the chips calling us. So we went to the fish and chip place, Caravan. Got ourselves a cone of chips. Pretty good chips too, aren't they? Beats that salad stuff that you keep feeding me. Last day of April. Last day of April today. And we're heading out of the Tasman Peninsula, leaving our beautiful little caravan park, White Beach, which was just wonderful. What a great little spot. So if you're looking for somewhere to stay on the Tasman Peninsula, have a look at White Beach. I can highly recommend it. Beautiful grassy sides, great clean amenities, centrally located to all the walks and everything like that. Really, really nice little spot.
Some sites you're allowed to fire, which is great.
That's it. If you want to fire, ask them when you check in because they'll, yeah, some sites they don't allow fires, some sites they do. So when you check in, ask them for a fire site. But yeah, highly recommended. White Beach Caravan Park, 10 out of 10. It was a great spot. So from here, where are we headed, Lise?
Tribana.
To
To go to Maria Island.
Yeah. So we've got a couple couple of nice days. Today is another absolute stunner.
Just beautiful.
And tomorrow is meant to be the same.
So tomorrow we'll try and get to Maria Island and hire some bikes.
Go for a ride. Exercise some different muscles for a change. And then we've got a couple of days of rain coming in after that. We think they seem to be changing the weather forecast a fair bit, but we might have a shopping day on the Tuesday, which is meant to be the rainy day. We need to dash back into Hobart and grab some mail that should have arrived by then, all going well. But anyway, we sadly say farewell to the Tasman Peninsula. We have absolutely loved it down here. It is a stunning place. The scenery is just breathtaking everywhere you go. It's absolutely wonderful. The hikes are fantastic. I cannot highly recommend it enough. And you really need, if you're a walker or a hiker, you really need 4 or 5 or 6 days down here to sort of cover it all. You can easily spend a week without any trouble at all. Rightio, so we just need to get some fuel somewhere now, and then off to Banner. So there you go. How good is that? What an amazing place. From the Tassie Peninsula, we head on up the east coast, keep pushing our way north. We go up to Maria Island and then up to the Freycinet National Park, which was also quite remarkable. And we might even squeeze in a little bit more as we push our way further north. So I hope you enjoyed our look at the Tasman, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode as we push our way further north up the east coast of Tasmania. One more thing before we go. We were lucky enough to get a glimpse of the Aurora Australis while we were at White Beach on the Tasman, and I'll stick some photos in. It was truly amazing. One of the things I have really been hoping that I'll be able to see before my days are done. So here's a quick glimpse of what we saw of the Aurora Australis.
But I know nothing there except the rain. Oh.